Way across the world now to India. India's External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj is on a 3-day visit to Israel and the West Bank. Today, she stressed the New Delhi attaches the highest importance to bilateral ties with Jerusalem, and this comes after reiterating in Ramallah Sunday that India continues to support the Palestinian cause. Here's what Prime Minister Netanyahu and Swaraj said ahead of their meeting.
And the future belongs to those who innovate. Israel and India are at the cutting edge of so many areas of innovation. And by working together, we can do a lot more for our peoples and for the world. So we admire India. We view India as a great friend. And it's in that spirit of friendship that I welcome you here in Jerusalem. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you. India attaches the highest importance to the full development of wide-ranging ties with Israel. Our bilateral cooperation has developed well in a number of areas over the past 2 decades, but the potential of our relations is much more. I'm looking forward to my meetings with the Israeli leadership. I hope to discuss the entire spectrum of our bilateral relationship.
Yes, and joining us now from Chennai in India via phone is Rashmi Radhakrishnan, Senior Deputy Editor of Frontline. Good evening. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Good evening.
Well, Mr. Krishna, in Israel, this visit is raising a lot of interest, especially because of the history of relations with India. Can you tell us what are some of the reactions in India to this visit?
Yeah, this actually is the most difficult visit by any Indian foreign minister to Palestine. This is because traditionally the Congress government at the federal level in Delhi has traditionally supported the Palestinian cause and has generally cold-shouldered the Israelis. This time around, with the Narendra Modi right-wing government at the federal level, there's a lot of euphoria about Israel, about the federal government is upbeat about ties with Israel. So the visit to Palestine by an Indian foreign minister comes at a time when New Delhi is very upbeat and very positive about relations with Tel Aviv. And that creates a lot of problems for a visiting foreign minister to Palestine because there are a lot of pockets in India itself, particularly the left parties, the people, the large Muslim population. You should remember that India has the second largest Muslim population in the world after Indonesia. There's a lot of apprehension among all these groups as to what a visit by Sushma Swaraj would achieve just going to Palestine, but at the same time, the government of India going ahead in a great way improving ties with Israel.
Yes, and Mr. Krishnan, you mentioned India's previous support of a Palestinian state, and of course India's relations with the Arab world are very complex within the Middle East. Can you tell us how you estimate how will India's desire to strengthen ties with Israel now comply or conflict with Indian ties with the Arab Muslim world?
The ties with Israel actually are on an upswing because the right-wing government in India sees Israel as a model state, sees Israel as an answer to a lot of problems that it has been facing, particularly terrorism, and all the relationships that it has built so far have centered on the fact that, terrorism has to be somehow defeated. Now, that being the traditional issue in India itself, and the federal government have coming up with a solution like this, which is closer ties with Israel, follow the Israel model, has definitely created apprehension in West Asia. But you should remember, West Asia right now, it is a very critical juncture because the oil prices are falling, and West Asia does not really have all the Arab states do not have the leverage over India and the rest of Asia that they had earlier. Today, you can source oil from other countries other than those from West Asia. In any case, Iran and Saudi Arabia do not see eye to eye. And all this create a very conducive atmosphere for India to address 2 issues. One, of course, the issue of oil self-reliance, and at the same time, including ties with Israel to tackle the terrorism menace.
Yes, a country that sees Israel as the answer, that's certainly good news for us. Rashmi Radhakrishnan joining us from Chennai. Thank you very much for this talk.
Thank you.
Yes, and we're staying with Israeli news. According to Israel's Channel 2, Yuval Steinitz, the country's Minister of National Infrastructure, Energy and Water Resources, visited Abu Dhabi in recent days. It comes on the heels of news last November that Jerusalem was opening up an office in the UAE's capital, accredited to the International Renewable Energy Agency. The two nations have no official ties.